This is the video for you. If you want answers and to understand what is it that they really think about you? What didn't they say? What hadn't they told you? Do they even still think about you? You have 4 piles that you can select from. Each is accompanied by its own crystal that attaches some sort of energy and meaning to the cards beneath. Focus. Feel. And then choose. Which of the 4 piles calls to you? Some of these messages will not be easy to hear. I am not here to read to you what you want to hear or hope to hear. But what it is you need to hear is what your soul is calling you to. Because inevitably, Spirit wants us to have the truth, to cut through all the lies that our minds tell us. You know, whether we doubt how much we're loved or cared for, or we're trusting somebody that we shouldn't. These are messages that are going to help to guide you and help you understand the truth of who you're dealing with. I'll see you in the readings. Pile 1. This is red jasper. And it is a stone of great power. It is a root chakra stone, and it helps to ground you. It not only helps to ground you, it helps you to heal and to protect you from all different kinds of intrusive energies that would weaken you. It helps you to find your own strength. It helps you to grab what's deep inside of you, harness the power and all of your capabilities, and become strong and fill yourself up so that, in a sense, you are your own protection, your own warrior. It helps to instill you with the power that you already have, but for some reason it was being leaked out of you. It helps to protect you from those negative energies that would convince you to stay weak, when in fact you have all the power that you need. What are they thinking of you? Frog, prosperity. 10 to 1, they're thinking of you a lot. And the truth is, in many ways, you have inspired them, if not encouraged them, to make changes in their life. A recognition that they needed to get out of your life in order to transform their own. That there was something about you that inspired them to do better, but they couldn't stay around you to do it. In other words, in some sense, they acknowledged that you were too good for them. Now, this may not be a romantic situation, because that's not the only times we experience rejection. If this has to do with work, it's probably that you were overqualified for the position, and that's why you never heard back. Even if for some reason, and you probably did this, you undermined yourself by asking for $10,000 to $20,000 to $30,000 a year less than you deserved, or you said that you were okay with a salary that was way beneath your actual pay grade. Something looked off to the people that were reviewing your file, because they just knew that your experience put you at a much higher level. And this position would have put you in a position where you'd probably be working for somebody much younger than you and more and with less experience than you. It wasn't the fit, and you never heard back because you were overqualified. Now, if this is an emotional or personal, physical, intimate relationship, this person had a lot of growing up to do. And being around you made them recognize that they just weren't good enough, or that they just weren't ready or prepared for all of you, all that you had to offer. In a way, they were more aware of your own strength, your own talent, and your own abilities than you are. and knew that inevitably you were going, or at least felt that inevitably you were going to end up disappointed in them. Disappointed because when you found out what they really were, which was this underdeveloped, underformed, maybe immature soul or spirit, you wouldn't be interested anymore. Take a break. Life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. Things were moving way too fast. Things were accelerated. In other words, if this was a business relationship, professional relationship, you knew too much. Like the answers came too quickly. When you were in that interview, you showed so many dynamics and so much energy that the person interviewing you could not keep up. Now, if this is a personal relationship, this is a sense of somebody just needed time. They needed space. Things were rolling out of hand and it felt out of control. And it's not a place that they felt good. They didn't leave you because they weren't impressed with you. They left you because you really were like an 8-cylinder engine that could go from 0 to 200 in 2 seconds. And they could not handle you. There was too much. Every day was a rush. Every day was a thrill. Every day was a new lesson. Every day was a new challenge. And it was an octane level that they just weren't compatible with. And maybe they want to get there. But are they there yet? No. And they do think of you. And when they think of you, they are motivated to get their shit together and do better for themselves. Now we have these 3 cards which work in synchronicity. All of these cards, the Sun card, the 3 of Wands, the 9 of Swords, the King of Cups, the 5 of Swords, and the 6 of Swords. Yeah, too much of you. There's so much burning and there's so much energy, so much potential and strength, so much learning that they could do about themselves and what they wanted. They learned from you. You were a shining bright star for them. You're a memory in their head of something that they want to become or look to as that status symbol to attain. But it was keeping them awake at night. And sometimes it keeps them awake at night still. Even if this is a professional relationship, could we have put this person somewhere else? Should we have let this person go? Not everybody on the team, if it's professional, thinks of you. Most of them just threw you in the garbage bin like everybody else that they didn't go on with, right? Threw your not you, but threw your application in the garbage bin. But there is at least one person that was in that interviewer room that realizes that they fucked up by not finding another position in that company for you. So I would reconnect with that person, the person that you felt most connected with, in another 6 months, just to see if there is another opening or if the team might need you then. Now, if this is a personal relationship, they think about how much of a distance there is between the two of you, between your experience level and their experience level. And it still makes them feel like crap about themselves, like embarrassed almost. They weren't able to be there with you. They couldn't keep up with you. Almost like they're not calling you, not only because they think that basically they're not good enough, but they're also embarrassed of themselves, and they kind of think that you feel like they're a fool, or just embarrassed that they're not like oh my God, I'm so stupid, I'm so dumb, like why would they even want to hear from me? They're embarrassed. There's no way that reason for me to call them or get in touch with them because I'm a fucking loser standing next to them. That's what they think. And then we have the King of Cups with the 5 of Swords. Okay. And of course, the 5 of Swords is defeat. And the King of Cups is abundance and emotional stability. So there's a sense of keeping their emotions to themselves because they feel like a complete and total loser. There you go. They feel like they just, everything that they are is nowhere near what you are. And it just feels like a big old loss. And in a lot of ways, they know that they've lost a king or queen. Or they've given one up intentionally. And they have. Because this is the Six of Swords. Moving on. They've probably literally moved out of town. Or had to move physically away from you in order to not see you, not spot you. They don't want to be seen by you, is what it is. They wouldn't be emotionally mature enough to hide themselves or own their feelings. They would have to get out of town. So if you've heard that they've traveled, they've moved on, maybe even professionally, they've changed offices. I don't think so much is going to happen professionally. But if this is somebody, especially if this is somebody that you were married to, even that you have children with, they'll be moving out of town because they don't want not only you, but the people who knew that you were together. It's like every time they look at those people, they're going to think, oh, those people know I wasn't good enough. Those people know it was all my fault. They think it was all my fault. Everybody hates me. I'm a big fucking fat loser. So I just got to get out of town. I got to move on. They could be actually even moving away from your children. And this is why, because the truth is they are embarrassed by what they could not have or realized that they lacked. And so to save themselves from embarrassment, they're running away to a place where their face isn't going to be recognized, to a place where they don't have to run the risk of running into somebody who will see what they aren't and all that they aren't. Not even that people are actually treating them this way, but this is what they're thinking in their head. This is keeping them up at night. It's stressing them out. You know, it's making them want to go to a different place where maybe they will get educated and they will learn. And I think that that's part of it. And on the good side, they could be going away to get better or get stronger or realize more about themselves. They could be going away to college, going back to school to try to find themselves and find what it is that they really love in life. And the truth is, many of them had dreams and aspirations. And without those dreams and aspirations, without having accomplished them, they're never going to feel full enough or abundant enough for anybody like you. It's like in their mind, the only way they can imagine being good enough is to be that superstar or be having that, high six-figure salary or be running that company or have their company running up to a certain proficiency. And without that, they don't want anybody to look at them. They don't want anybody who knows them to see them at a stage in their life where they consider themselves a failure, especially not you, because they know how much you're worth. And they know how abundant you are. And in a way, they're bitter toward you for being that far in advance, but also humbled and humiliated in your presence. It's conflicting, and it keeps them awake at night. It does. It stresses them out. They think of you, but they will not call you. You've known this person since you were very young. They used to protect you. They used to stick up for you. They remember a time when they were more advanced than you were, where somehow it's almost like where they used to protect you, guide you, stick up for you. Maybe used to play with each other as kids, or, it's almost like they were a brother, sister to you as you were growing up. And they were the ones that were advanced. Maybe they're a few years older than you. They were the ones that had the... that reigned supreme, that as kids and maybe even through high school, there was this sense, or when you first got married, there was this sense of they were the ones they were running everything. And you look to them for advice. And they took on this mantle of, look how wise I am. I know everything. The truth was this, though. You advanced and they did not. And what they know is what they learned growing up in the town that you guys grew up in. They don't know beyond that. You went outside, you got your experience, and however you did it, by going away to school, other relationships, whatever it was, you got the experience. You have a much more worldly experience, and they're embarrassed by it because they still want this feeling of supremacy in a way. Supremacy and you looking up to them. They needed that to feel good enough for you. And because that doesn't exist, they don't feel good enough for you. Music. Music is interesting. When you dream, you hear songs. The two of you love the same kind of music. You bonded maybe over a specific type of music. Reason being, music works two different sides of the brain, the extremely creative and the extremely mathematical. Music bridges the gap between those two. And there was something that bridged the gap between the two of you, because I think that you were always very different. You were always very dynamic. You were probably the more shy and reserved one, which is why socially, in public school especially, you didn't blossom as quickly, right? And so you were the sleeper, that it was almost like, oh, they'll always be behind me, so I'm safe. They're always going to look up to me. And they were the more showy one. But that's when that dynamic shifted, they really didn't like it at all. But this was a sense of, you could always agree. I know you have a favorite song. The two of you have a favorite song together. The two of you still, and every single time that they listen to the music, they hear the music, they've even tried to start listening to different kinds of music, because when they listen to your favorite band, when they listen to those favorite songs, it's you. It's all you. It's all you and the feelings of upset. And I'm telling you, there is so much a part of them, oh my God, I can feel it, that they don't want to admit it to themselves. They almost in a lot of ways blame you, turn around and like throw this shit on you, and not even, they don't even have anything to blame you for. They're just angry. They're just bitter. They're just insufferable when it comes to you, because they're still not mature enough to be able to connect one side of themselves to the other and realize what's really happening. So there is that sense, however, I'm sorry, and they may have gone away. There is that sense, however, that there's like this piece missing to them, this step missing to them. It's almost like this connection that hasn't happened in them. I think they're still, I'm going to say this, I think they're still trying to be a musician. They're still trying to be a superstar. They're like 35 years old, still trying to like make the rock band work. There's a part of them that hasn't grown past their early successes and popularity. If this is professional, you would have been in disharmony with them. And I think that it was very evident when you walked into the room. There was just vibrations and tunes coming off you that other people didn't even understand. And there would have been constant dissonance. So even though you felt rejected and maybe felt really hurt and upset because you needed the money, understand that it was just so obvious to the rest of them. And then, now, whatever reason you're putting yourself into a situation where you are lesser than, you have to stop. And it's stop right after you stop watching this video. Unless you're, curious about the other three piles. But especially if any other of the ones that have called to you. But you really have to get into harmony and harmonize yourself and start to realize what you have. Because you can't keep, just because you need money doesn't mean that you should be allowing yourself to get a $30,000 a year salary cut. You are worth what you are worth, and you need to continue to go on for jobs that are worth that, even if it takes longer to get. It's something that you have to do. It's a challenge that you have to face. It's a courage that you have to have. The universe will continue to serve you things that are beneath you if you continue to ask for them. We get what we settle for. We end up having to live with it. So this needs to be a wake-up call to you. If this is professional, stop asking for less than you're worth. Start asking for exactly what you're worth, even if it takes another year to find a job. That's where you're going to harmonize, and that's where you're going to get the offer. Stand your ground, moral high ground, winning, victory, success. You were too good for them. This is also a sense of feeling defensive, feeling like there's too much coming at them and they have to constantly fight. And I think the too much coming at them was not you or your criticisms of them, though it could have been. In some cases, it was. That your criticism started to show what in reality was you recognizing, even if it was subconsciously. I think most of you never really completely accepted that you, on some level, knew that they weren't good enough for you anymore, that they hadn't kept up with you. Some of you, I mean, like that, it's just the truth. But a lot of criticisms started to come out, and you couldn't help it because they were true and the criticisms were real. But they were not at a position where they could handle the criticisms or take them as constructive. They just took them as insults and became extremely defensive. They watch you. And they are ashamed of themselves, but they do. They check out your profiles. They are sure to not accidentally hit like. They have thought of DMing you a couple of times or leaving a comment under a photo simply because it was just so obvious to them, like it was kind of natural, but they didn't. They just remained kind of like this person in the background, watching you. And I'll tell you right now, you're lucky that you haven't heard from them, because I can feel their bitterness from here. They have not gone through the transformation that they need to go through in order to actually be able to appreciate you and accept their responsibility in this, their responsibility in how they feel. Because right now, the way that they feel, they're pinning it all on you. And it's not you. Some level they understand that, but they're still overcome with this irrational sense of anger. They are undergoing a transformation, and it is going to take them time, and they will be different, and it will be years from now, but you will see them again, and they will be different then. Hopefully more mature and prepared, more capable of bridging, because remember, frogs are, this is very Cancerian energy, frogs are tidal creatures. They live between the pond or river and land, so they can go on both. They start in the river, the water, as a tadpole, and then they transform and they can live in or on. They have to live right on the tide between both. So they are a bridge between two worlds, and this person right now is working very hard on building that bridge for themselves internally. And there's nothing that you can do. I feel that your side of the bridge was built, and you couldn't build all of it. Though I'm sure in some ways you feel like a failure because you didn't. You're not the failure. And they're not ready. They're not ready for that. They're not. They are going through that process, and you need to let them be and not reach out and just let them transform, because they're going through a rougher transition than you did. You got to transition in a more silent way, but because of their big, strong, boisterous character, they're just going to feel embarrassed and stupid every time they do what everybody does when they're going through a transition, which is mess up. So every time they fall flat on their face, they're just still too proud to deal with that embarrassment in a mature way. They cannot do it in front of you, and it would be a bad decision to reach out and call them. But they think about you often, and you are still the main reason why, or what they think of when they think, what do I want to become, or what level do I want to reach? They compare you to that. In a way, a little bit competitively, but still. It's good to know. It's hard to hear, but it's good to know. And letting go is the way forward for you and your heart to heal. This was the kind of person that if they stayed around you, they would have only been a drain on your energy, because you would have had to suppress yourself and all your power in order to keep up with them. If this is a company, they're probably going through a transition too. There may be another company that's trying to purchase them or buy them, and you didn't know that. They're not as stable as you think. So check their stock market prices and see whether they've gone up or down lately, if they're publicly traded. And that'll be a good indication for you to see, oh wow, they weren't doing as well as I thought they were. No, they're probably on the chopping block and people are looking to purchase the company, or they're looking to change locations to save money. So just that's an FYI, another reason why you were blessed for not getting a position there, especially because it would have been a mess and you would have been getting paid shit money for it. See, you have to stop undermining your power. This is so that you get some get some red jasper for yourself. You can find it at most spiritual stores. Or you can go onto Google and find it. You can buy it. It's not expensive. Get some, and it will help you to root and ground yourself and find your own power, because that's what you need. That's what you need to get rooted and to stop looking back, because you, my friend, are all about the future and your potential and your strength. I love you guys. You are group 2. You were called by the energy of this pile to enlighten you as to why this person did what they did and why they acted in the way that they acted and what is running through their mind right now. Perhaps you were drawn to the blue agate. Blue agate is a healing stone. Think about it like the water. It is meant to cascade all the way through your energy and bring you back in touch with, think indigo, crown chakra, spirituality, to help you realize that you are not alone and you are very much loved. So with a little bit, and I'm going to get into the cards, but I feel that there was a lot of healing that needed to be done from the circumstances that surrounded this relationship and this circumstance. And throughout this reading, you're going to see that I'm going to give you 2 different scenarios. One for professional, what did this professional person think of me? And one for personal. So whatever it is, you had to go through it. You need to heal. You need to heal from what you went through in this circumstance. And blue agate is here. It balances out 2 aspects of yourself. It balances out your mind and your heart so that you can recalibrate. It's almost like this energy is going to give you the opportunity to fine-tune yourself and put you back into tune, because you were played too hard and you weren't taken care of. And you were thrown into a corner and you weren't tuned the way that you're supposed to. So this is your energy. This is the time to heal and to find peace inside of yourself. Oh, beautiful peacock. Peacock is akin to the phoenix. Rising from the ashes, the peacock shows its beauty. It flares out its gorgeous mane-like tail to show its full potential. This was a perhaps karmic relationship for you, a transformative relationship for you, and this person right now is thinking of healing. They had to do themselves a lot of healing out after this relationship. This was a deeply sexual, sensual relationship, a passionate relationship, a relationship that you thought was going to be forever, because peacocks mate forever. Very scorpionic energy, where maybe the 2 of you were almost obsessed with each other. There is this sense that it almost feels like being ripped apart. Still, when they think about you, they have to heal. And they want you back so very badly. If this is a professional relationship, this is still very passionate, something that maybe you helped to build, almost like a company that you consider a child, or a place that you worked for a very long time, and you never would expect that they would have let you go, or they would have, pulled the rug out from underneath you. This ripped out your soul, and perhaps the company was closed down, and you didn't know what to do with yourself. This is rising from the ashes. So you really felt decimated when this separation happened, and they did too. There was this sense of they were dead inside, and they had to start over, completely over. In order they had to almost become something new and transform into something new, so that they could like shed this skin that you had touched, so that they could finally be in a body that had never felt you or needed you. They really had to go through a lot of healing and rebalancing inside of themselves. They still think of you as a soulmate. Council of Light, divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realm. I'm going to say this right now. In some ways, there's this sense that this person, there's a sense the two of you are coming back together. But this chorus of ancestors, there's probably a lot of people around them that are trying to help them. I do think this is mostly coming from the spirit realm, but there is just this sense of they're following the advice of a lot of people right now. And those people are trying to encourage them to work on themselves, to pick themselves up from the ashes and get better. They may actually be hospitalized, or, just in a sense, doing a lot of spiritual cleansing, spiritual healing, a lot of prayer, a lot of meditation, connecting with they're trying to feel loved. They're trying to feel connected. This person is just trying to move forward and accepting the advice of even prayers, accepting the guidance of people who are wise. Maybe that will translate into actual therapists, healing themselves, making themselves whole. They want to talk to you. In a sense, a counselor, a psychologist, a best friend, a mother, all the people in their lives that love them, that are surrounding them right now, don't make up for you, because you felt like their other half. And they still see you that way. They're trying to heal. That's tough energy. This is the Four of Pentacles, which is financial destabilization. And this is the Seven of Pentacles, which means something that didn't come to fruition, something that ended up dead, something that didn't grow. And this is the Knight of Pentacles, which was a bad boss, and definitely financial loss. So if this is professional, oh yeah, somebody really did kind of short you. Somebody did take money, steal money, invest money in a place that was nefarious or underhanded or illegal. And everything that you had worked for ended up being taken out from underneath you. You could have financially just gotten buried. Now, the truth is this, even if this is personal, this is what this person went through when they left you. If there was a divorce, they lost a lot of money in the divorce, or you took a lot of money from them, or they lost a lot of money, and that's why your relationship started to go to shit, because their sense of value, or they were distracted and they were trying to pull themselves out of one stressful situation and it ended up just collapsing on your relationship. They really did feel like you would be a stronghold for them, and you were not. Does that mean that they don't love you? No. But there is that sense of feeling like everything left their life at the same time. Like they lost you, and they lost their business, and they lost everything that they felt was stable at all at once. And it really almost put them into a sense of nervous breakdown. Yeah. So when it says healing, this person is not kidding around. They actually need real healing, real help. Like I said, they could have been hospitalized. Right now, there's a sense of them being like struggling financially, but also a sense of them feeling like everything that when they lost you, they lost their stability. When they lost you, they lost the earth under their feet. Like literally an earthquake happened, like level 5, the worst kind of earthquake. And they were with you for a long time. They put a lot of stock in you. They put a lot of faith in you. They put a lot of faith in the relationship that you had together. I just can imagine this people like not even getting out of bed. There could have been full on depression happening with this person, and just like feeling worthless, like they absolutely had nothing. I just keep getting that. They absolutely felt like they had nothing. So everything was taken, whether they lost you and they lost everything with you because, you know, you were attached to the house and money, or they lost their job or their career and you at the same time. This person feels completely and total like they lost too much all at the same time. And they need to come back. They do. They need to strengthen. Right now, you really are the least of their worries, but oh my God, are you still in their heart? There is just a part of them that thinks and feels you every single day. And sometimes it is the only thing that makes them smile. Does that mean that you should call them? No. Because I honestly think that they need time to not need you. And the only way is if you stay away. I feel like the two of you will come back together. I really do. But I want to say this to you, group 2. It's not going to be, they need to heal and find the strength inside of them. They need to recalibrate and retune themselves. There was something about them that was out of balance and out of tune, even when you were with them. And even though you love them a great deal, and this was a kismet kind of meant to be soulmate relationship, there is so much that would never have happened between the two of you, because if they're out of tune, then they're never going to be able to harmonize with you correctly. And maybe the reason why the two of you felt so in tune together was because you were out of tune as well. So do some work on yourself. I think that the way that you two can be together is by engaging in the same activity, which is personal growth and healing. I keep saying music. Isn't this crazy? I kept saying music. They're using music as therapy, learning music, playing music. They're writing a lot of songs about you, about the situation that you guys went through. I don't think that they're performing it for anybody yet, but they may eventually. It's just helping them to get their emotions out, but use their emotions in a positive way to build something, to start something and then finish it. But the two of you probably met in a band or at a music concert, or maybe even in school in choir. There is a sense of the two of you always being the right tone for each other, that you make beautiful music together. And I feel like that's still true. Like I said, there is this sense of a beautiful melody that plays in their heart every time that they think of you. I know, that doesn't make anything. Moon. Oh, are they a Cancerian or a water sign, maybe a Scorpio or a Pisces? They dream about you every single day. They dream about you all the time. And the truth is this, you dream about each other. And the truth is this, you're connected in dreams. If you have seen this person, thought about them, now I'm not talking about daydreams. I'm talking about actual dreams. There is still a psychic connection. What did I say in the beginning? Water. There's still a psychic connection between the two of you. And in a way, this is good. This is a way for the two of you to communicate with each other without interfering in the healing that needs to happen between the both of you. But it is still a way for the two of you to be connected and in each other's lives psychically. I have a strong feeling that the both of you are water signs or have very strong water placements, perhaps water moons or water risings, very strong water placements, maybe even water Plutos. There is that sense of being able to have that a deep psychic connection with them. Let that be enough. Let that be the place where they'll meet you. Meet them in your dreams because they need you. They still need to feel connected to you. If the complete connection to you was lost, they might die. They might do harm to themselves because there is a sense of the two of you being linked on a soul level. So to cut you out of their soul would be to cut part of their souls off. Think Horcrux. It would be wrong. It would be unhealthy. It would be bad. It would be detrimental. It would be like self-mutilation to try to cut you out of their soul. So they have to be able to feel you, and they still feel you. And that is a great comfort to them. And this intense connection may get so strong sometimes that they dream about you. I promise that when they dream about you, you're dreaming about them too. And the balance is actually the dreams are giving the two of you a way to find balance within your relationship, because it's allowing the two of you to find balance without needing so much from each other. It's allowing you to learn how to be happy and trust each other even without all these visual, tangible manifestations or demonstrations. Remember, it's the tangible that really fell apart. This sense of losing everything real, losing everything practical, losing touch, losing those 3D reinforcements of connection between the two of you. I just feel like there was just some distance, maybe even a lot of people that interfered or got in the way of the two of you. So this is allowing the two of you to get back into a sense of this was a lot different than reading one. To get back into tune with the connection that you have without needing any explanation or any understanding of from anybody else, right? This is a sense of vibration. The two of you vibing. I swear to God, once again, there's a song. There's a song here that every time they hear it and they think of you, if you sing it, they'll be singing it too. There's that sense of you guys are still connected. Don't doubt the connection. I wish I could tell them to not doubt the connection too. Because in a way, there's this sense of maybe part of them feels silly, but it's all they have right now. And it's like, if that's all they have, I think they're smart enough to know that that's what they have to believe in. They have to hold on to that knowing and have faith in it, because it's so important for them right now, that connection with you. Sailing. Oh, there is distance. There is distance between the two of you. There was separation. They might have moved away or gotten away or left, or in some ways I think that you left them. So these kind of communications or connections may be that you two still do actually connect in the 3D, but long distance, something that is more psychic, almost Instagram, Skype, something like that, and maybe not hearing from them enough. But there's also this exploration, kind of navigation. They are a sailor. They are a dreamer. They are a hoper. They are somebody who looks at the world as if it is filled with infinite possibilities, and you were part of the adventure for them. You were their greatest journey. greatest sense of exploration for them. So there could be this sense of they'll leave, they're going to go away, they're going to go even farther away from you in order to find themselves in this absence of you, so that when they come around, they can be happy again without you. And that is something that they need. They need to be able to find out how to be happy without you. Not because they have to live without you, but because they were too dependent upon you. You were everything to them, and it was too much, perhaps too much for you. Oh yes, the Hanged Man. So they are in a cocoon stage right now, trying to take in information, trying to see things from a different perspective. This is, you can see, when the Hanged Man is in this position, he's in a cocoon. And a cocoon is that time when you break down, right? Just like the peacock energy, you break down in order to become something more beautiful. You break down in order to rise. So they are right now in a very still place, at a time of disintegration, in order to recalibrate and put themselves back together. They're in a state of deep contemplation, and they are trying to understand things from your perspective. That's, I think, what I need you to know primarily. And it's interesting because group 2, I'm not getting any vibes professionally. This is all very psychic, very intimate, very personal. But okay, so let's go back. I'm sorry. It's overwhelmingly personal, this group. They are wanting, they are trying to understand things from your perspective. In other words, they are not blaming you. That's not what they've settled on. They've not settled on you're the bad guy. They've actually settled on, what did I do wrong? How could I make this better? They really want to, and especially if there are people around them, talking to other people, trying to get a gist of, how you're feeling, or what you wanted, or what you're going through. They still very much care, and they're incorporating that into how they rework themselves, almost using the way the two of you dysfunctioned as a way to see where they lack and how they can get stronger. So this is a beautiful meditative time for them. But this is a healing stage. This is sometimes being a martyr. They might take the blame for too much. So that's something that they should watch out for. And definitely something that you should watch out for, especially in the presence of mutual friends or something, etc., etc. So there is just a sense of, don't let them take the hit any more than they have to, because they will, and that's not going to make things any easier for them. They are still so just wide open and trying to comprehend you and your feelings, and what went wrong. Oh my God. This person is a Cancerian or a Pisces or a Scorpio. I swear to God, because this is Cancerian energy. 9 plus 1 adds up to 10. This is the energy of completion. This is the energy of somebody who is completely and totally, hopelessly devoted to you, following around like a puppy dog. I think even if they tried, even though people might tell them things, not bad things. I don't think anything bad is being said, but in other words, this person will never be able to see you in a bad light. They'll never be able to hate you. There is this natural instinct in them to love you unconditionally, and they are a source of unconditional love for you. So even if the two of you never get back together, they will smile when they think of you. They will always speak of you fondly, and they will always remember you fondly. Whatever the reasons why you could not be together in this lifetime, they could be the reasons that prepare you for next lifetime, because I do get this strong sense that the two of you are lifetime soulmates. Like there's no professional here. There is that sense of hopelessly loyal about them. I mean, I could go out on a limb and say, if this is a business partnership, somebody on the outside fucked up, and made them feel completely lost. And what they're trying to do is almost remove themselves from society in a way to just try to like recalibrate everything. Because if this is a professional, I don't think it is, because I don't get any professional here, but maybe it's because this wasn't perfect. Even if it was professional, it wasn't professional. This was all personal to them. This was something that meant something so much to them that there was no way that they could not take it personally. They were, all of them, their heart, their mind, and soul was in this project, was in this endeavor, was in this business. And in a lot of ways, they still love it. They still believe in it. And they'll never give up that love or faith in it. And in some ways, they're going to always try to come back to you. They're always going to try to find you again. And like I said, this could be multiple lives. They're always going to try to find you. And something in the way that they can sense, dogs will always find their way home. Okay, they'll always look, they'll always find. You ever see like what was it? Impossible Journey or whatever, with the animals finding their way home. That's what this is. They will always find their way home to you. Maybe not in this lifetime, because there's so much between you, or so much healing and learning and growing that you have to do, but this person will always find their way back to you. Oh my God. I love you guys so much. Please leave your story in the comments below, group 2, because this was a beautifully intense, loving reading. Sailing. You know, you could be an air sign, and they could be a water sign, or some sense of like air and water, so much alike with their currents and flows, and yet so different in what they are in the 3D world. It's almost like, I would say, divine counterparts. So meet them in your dreams. They'll be there. Pile 3. Why did you choose this pile? It's very interesting because it is grounded by labradorite. You see, this is a very unassuming piece of labradorite, because only part of it has that telltale shine. The other is very plain looking, very scuffed up. It hides its magic deep within. Labradorite is a sleeper stone. It is a stone that speaks of phenomenal psychic power. Itty bitty living space. It is a magical stone. And it releases and helps the people drawn to it. It releases their magic potential. It releases the abilities deep down within them, especially those attached to their magical manifestation and psychic power. So there is this needing to do, needing to become, transforming, but maybe in some ways not knowing yet what lies deep within them. Let's get to your person. Lion, higher calling. Leo energy. This person is filled with heart. They're filled with confidence. They're filled with potential. They are a chaser of their dreams. They will not be complete without their dreams coming true. And maybe there was a lack of faith. But the way that the world sees them is not the way that they see themselves. Because they know, they feel, they understand the magic within them. You have within you all the courage you need. Let go of the past and reclaim your majesty. You will find success and contentment with those by your side. With courage and majesty. You will find success and contentment with courage and majesty by your side. Make noble choices for your life and your tribe. What do they think of you? I'm picking up so much about who they are. Let me continue, because there are 3 of these cards. Pile 3 was a very interesting pile. There was a lot of messages hidden in it. And this was the only pile that got 3 of the spirit animal cards. So which means there's a combined meaning for all 3 of them. Dear and love. Be gentle with yourself. You heal with the power of love. See the light in all things. Acknowledge your self-worth and grace. Very interesting, don't you think, that the lion and the deer came out together? Oh my God. This is so beautiful. Unicorn, infinite possibilities. You are the sovereign of the seen and unseen worlds. The magic of love surrounds you. Beauty transforms you. Listen to the spirits of light. Abandon the darkness. Go beyond the ordinary and become the legendary. This person has goals. This person has ambitions. This person has dreams. This person is manifesting them every single day. And there is this sense, I will say this to you right now. This person does not think that you see in them their full potential. They see you as seeing nothing but a dirty little rock. And they know that they have magic inside of them. They know it. But they do not know that you know it. The way that they see themselves is accurate. They are special. They are amazing. They are abundant. And the truth is, they are completely and totally. Look at remember how I said the lion and the deer, very contrasting energies, but what they do meet on is love. The deer is healed by love, and the lion is courage and strength and love itself. Leo rules the 5th house, which is the house of love and heart. And then you have the unicorn, which embodies both. This is everybody. This beautiful individual is a unicorn. There's something magical about them. And the truth is, you don't see it, or they know that you don't see it. There was a lack of faith in them or in their abilities to bring themselves further. Now, maybe you do see it, and maybe you're yelling at the screen right now, but I do know, but I do know, but I do know. They didn't feel that you knew. They didn't feel it. They didn't feel that coming from you. And the truth is, in a lot of ways, I don't want to say it too soon. Let me look at the other cards. Let me look at the other cards. Because they have courage and love and such specialness. And in a lot of ways they saw so much in you. They thought you were so very special. Somebody who reminded them of somebody from their past, somebody that they lost, a connection that defied timelines. So a reincarnation of their mother or their father or an ancestor, or just a sense of see, 2 butterflies, and butterflies hold the souls of loved ones past, and transformation. Somebody that they thought of you as somebody that would come along on their magical journey with them. That you were on the same trajectory, same path, that you felt the same way or thought the same way, had the same courage and the same strength of love for them that they did for you. They really did see you as somebody unique and everything, and their whole world. But they recognized that suddenly you weren't, or you didn't see the same in them. And that's why I want to hold off, because it could very well be they know that you don't realize how special you are. They know that you don't see it. And this has probably happened to them before. They recognize a potential in you that you didn't recognize in yourself. Could have been what made you run. If this is a professional relationship, 100%. They didn't call you back. They didn't accept your resume. You didn't get the part. They just did not think you were special enough. They did not see that you were more. They probably didn't even give you enough time to show you because you didn't look on the outside the way that they wanted you to. They refused to see your glimmer or spark of light on the inside. And let me say this, it is their fucking loss because you are magic manifested into reality. You are the magic being, my friend. There is so much beauty and power and transformative energy about you. You are the unicorn. You are what they should be looking for. And it is not something that you wanted because there's two different kinds of special people in this world. There's the diamonds because they're just born that way. And there's the people who recognize the diamonds in the rough. Most people will be digging through rock or cave and they will throw away a diamond, the most valuable material on this planet, special and hard and solid and gorgeous. They will throw it away because, it's not sparkly, it's not shiny. They'd pick up a sequin faster than a real diamond because that diamond is rough. But very special people, they know that's not just a stone, that's a diamond. You, my friend, are a diamond in the rough. And these people didn't pick you because they were not wise enough to be able to see your shine. They didn't have the eyes for it. They didn't have the heart for it. They didn't have the soul for it. They picked somebody else because they were shinier. But your shine is inside. And they're going to feel really fucking stupid one day when you are shining in their face and they are blinded by your light. Now, if this is personal, it's more that you didn't see their shine. And on some ways, they knew it. They saw beauty in you, but it didn't match. It didn't match. Oh, warrior woman, have you answered your deepest calling? Oh, wow. This is Queen of Swords, power, assuming, knowing this person has a great deal of strength. But once again, this person is just like Joan of Arc, because this is my Joan of Arc card. This person is somebody who everybody tries to shit on. Everybody tries to discredit them because they're a little weird. They don't think the same way. They don't talk the same way. They think things way ahead. They get messages from angels. All of these things happen to this person. They are so unique and they are so special. This is the kind of person that probably will not be appreciated until after their death. People are not ready to see how beautiful and special this person is. And the truth is, you weren't either. You persecuted them. You rejected them. They still see you. They still know you. They would still talk to you. But there's a part of them that's so disappointed because you didn't get it. You didn't get their beauty. And ultimately, that's the test with this person. Did you get how beautiful they were? Did you understand that you were in the presence of somebody that is honestly one of the very few actual special people on this planet? They know that you're strong, they know that you're powerful, but they also feel that you're cold. Too logical to the point of being at fault. Because it makes you only see with your intellect, only see with your eyes, and you've cut off all sense of intuition. They feel you, they know you, they see what you've done, and they're sad. Because deep inside of you, they know, is a light that would have loved to come out. But they can't force it out of you. And they certainly can't be in a place where they are not seen by somebody that they love and who matters to them so very deeply. The King of Cups is here with the Ten of Swords, but both of them are in reverse. So the King of Cups in reverse and the Ten of Swords in reverse is this sense of feeling like a loser, feeling like they're not good enough, feeling like they're dependent and they hate their life, and basically being depressed and imploding. They're not doing it anymore. They're not doing it anymore. They've recognized that they do this to themselves because it's almost like they allow people to hurt them. They allow people to make them doubt themselves, or they believe what other people say. Somebody with a great deal of words and a great deal of logic, and they believed you. They believed what you said over what they knew deep down inside. This is a very psychically aligned person. Of course, with labradorite, they're very magical. They're very subjective. They don't have to have scientific fact or proof. They don't need it. You want to know why? Just like Whitney Houston didn't need fucking singing lessons because she was born with it, baby. This person didn't need all that information and all that math and the maps to get them there. They know the way. And they, in order to save themselves and get over this depression and they realize they got to get away from these unhealthy people, and you're one of them. You're one of the people who would have them doubting themselves all the time because they couldn't provide fact, they couldn't provide proof, they were acting irrationally, irresponsibly, all these things. And they started to believe that about themselves, which interfered with their magic. And so now they're gone to a place where they can be appreciated. And they don't feel like you're that place. Oh, wow. They feel that you will always find a way to bring darkness into the situation. They feel that you will always be that naysayer, that doom and gloom, that person who always sees the bad before the good and will try to keep everybody in the dark, sort of the dark cloud in the room. That's how they see you. And they saw themselves as this little person who tried to constantly stick up to you. This little person who tried to constantly say things that you wouldn't listen to. So if this is professional, this is literally, I can say this to you right now, good for you for sticking up for yourself, because this indicates that you really did stick up for yourself in the presence of people who were just born pessimist or wanted to keep people in the dark, wanted to keep people without pay or continue to do things that were bad or unhealthy. They wanted to, and you were the one that stuck up for yourself. And you know what? They're still going to try to smoke you out. They're still going to try to take your severance pay. They're still going to try. Because they're like all consuming. They're greedy. If this is professional. If this is personal, they don't even want to try to talking to you. They would talk to you, but it's almost like they expect that all you're going to say, you're just going to throw a black cloud on their happy heart. This is what they think of you. I'm not saying that it's true, but this is the conclusion they've come to. Writing. Ooh. They know you're sexy. They know you're hot. They assume you're up back in the saddle and showing off your shit again. You know, it's almost like they didn't need me. I mean, I probably didn't matter that much to them anyway. You know, they look at you as somebody extremely attractive, extremely beautiful, and extremely forward focused. They don't even think in a lot of ways that that they are something that you think about. They think that you have really moved on and that you're happy and you're doing extremely well. That's what they think. I'm not saying it's true, but that's what they think. They're attracted to you. I feel like they'll always be attracted to you. You know, maybe there's still a very sexual energy between the two of you. Sex was something that was extremely good between the two of you. It was that place that the both of you could shut the fuck up and just catch each other's rhythm. So the sex in so many ways will be very, very difficult for them, and they will be jerking off to you. And in fact, I think when they think of you, they think mostly of you when they want to masturbate. Because there is still such a great sexual chemistry, and that was a pure place for the two of you. It was a place for the two of you that was just right and balanced, and you were equals there. And perhaps that's why the relationship broke apart, because it ended up being the only place that you two could get along. Because you really did not, I'm going to say this, you did not see their magic. You didn't realize how special they were. And they really are a beautiful little gem. Or like I said, and this is for some of you, they still think that you excuse me, that's a message. They still feel like you do not understand how special you are, how beautiful you are, and how sexy you are. This is somebody who knows and sees. They are that person that identified you as a diamond in the rough. They get it. And they see you as so sexy and so beautiful, but you don't recognize it in yourself yet, or your low self-esteem gets in the way of that special light inside of you. And right now, you know, you would never think of yourself this way, but they think of you that way. So these are two different scenarios that are popping up, but it needs to come out. Both of this needs to come out. But they really see you as just so sexy. And you don't know. You don't know that you're beautiful. And they know that you're beautiful. And they know that you're the little shining light in the dark. And they know that you hold a brightness in your heart when other people can't. And they know that you are that unicorn. And they feel this about you completely. And they see that light that shines inside of you. But you don't see it in yourself. And this is why I think it's a lesser group of you that this message is for, because most people in that situation wouldn't even think or dare to think that they were thinking of you. But some of you did. And you were drawn to this little rock because it looked the least glamorous and the most unassuming, which is how you see yourself. But lo and behold, there's that beautiful magic within. And they see it. They see your courage. They see your specialness. They see your uniqueness. And they're very attracted to you. But you have to be at a place where you have the courage to allow yourself to be loved. They're very sexually attracted to you because this is like a big old hard-on. Whether it's masculine or feminine energy, this is very masculine. They want you. They're extremely sexually attracted to you. They're aroused by you. And yeah, no, they want you. They absolutely want you. And like I said, I'm saying they probably already jerk off to you. This person is really, really sexually attracted to you. And, you know, They want to get to know you, and they want to get to know you on a deeper level. They also want to make a lot of babies with you. They want to create new things with you. They just want to partner with you and create with you. They want a new beginning with you, and something brand new. So this is somebody that you may know very well, but you don't know in this capacity yet. But this is what they think of you. Yeah. They know that you are Superman behind those glasses. They know it. Now, for that first group, you did not see that Superman behind their glasses. And holy crap, they are about to emerge soon and make you go, holy fuck shit. And that's more on the professional end as well. Because your idea is about to be the next Amazon. And they're going to be real fucking pissed at themselves for not investing when they had the chance. Oh my God. Okay, so the miracles are endless. Like this person is ready to go. And they have identified you as something that is very special, and they want to ride you. So the cow is protected and is holy in India, because the cow is the steed of choice when the gods come down from the heavens. So they don't eat cows. They protect them because they would be punished. They feel like they would be punished if the gods had nothing to ride when they came down. So you are selected, chosen, you bountiful, abundance, approachable, kind, sweet, cute, adorable. You're scrumptious to them. You're scrumptious to them. Now, for the other group, there is a sense of they just didn't get how your beauty was what everybody wanted. They just didn't see how what most people would feel like is a cow is mundane. It's almost like, you know, in America, a cow is just a fucking piece of meat waiting to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't care about cows. But in another land, cows are holy and blessed and protected. So there is a sense of you just didn't get it. You just didn't see this about them, but they'll be seen somewhere else and recognized. Now, this is also a sense for the other group, not the other group, the sense of this person is seeing you as like they get how special you are. And it could be because they are from another country. You know, they are from someplace foreign that looks at things in a different way, and that's why they can see your shine where other people can't. Oh, you gotta leave me the comments below, because group 3, this is the tricky one. This is that magical, mystical, either you really missed the boat on this and I think that they're aware and they're finding that place where some people do really appreciate them and they will never look back. Though they wish you had come along with them, they recognize that you just don't have the strength and courage that they thought you did and you can't come along. Or they are somebody who does recognize you, but you don't completely recognize you yet. And the way that they look at you and the way that they smile at you actually scares the crap out of you, because you don't completely comprehend why they do that. They want you, they get you, they see you. You are scrumptious to them. They want to ride you like Seabiscuit. That's what they're thinking. Professional, you can do better. You can do better. They were behind. They were stupid. They were looking for something easy and obvious, and that ain't you. And you want people who are special just like you to work with. You want people who will be able to see the potential in a situation and work hard to bring it out. Leave the comments below, because I'm curious. I'm curious as to where this is going to go. Love you guys. Group 4. Tiger's eye. Now this is a special stone, and the Egyptians sought after it. They used to use it in statues as the eyes of their gods. It was an all-seeing eye, all-knowing, illuminated. It had a power to protect. Tiger's eye is known as a protective stone because it wards off evil energy. One of the ways it can ward off evil energy is because it can see it from miles and miles away, and it imbibes a wholeness and a strength in the person that's wearing it so that they can defend and protect themselves. But the tiger also has the ability, think of a tiger. They are strong, and yet they're quiet and they're aloof. They can be alone, right? And yet they're gorgeous and alluring. Tigers have a mystery about them. They're a predator, but they're also just this beautiful creature that mystifies people. There's a sense of contrast within this stone, but it's also just hardcore strength. Strength and protection. Protection, protection, protection from that which would do it harm. And in a way, the tiger's eye recognizes, or they've recognized the danger. They've recognized a danger. They've called it out. They've seen it. They've acknowledged the threat. Let's see. Oh my God. This person is special beyond belief and a powerhouse. The way that they see you. Let's see. They are white stag protector. They want to defend you. They want to keep you safe. They want to guide you to a place where you are healed and helped. They are trying to lead you toward the light. They really do see you as somebody who needs to be healed, who needs to be helped, who needs protection. And they are coming to you psychically. They are coming to you physically. They are coming in every way, shape, or form. And they are relentless. They want to reach you. They need to get through to you. You are an old soul. Your best friend is nature. Use your intuition to take you where you want to go. Awaken to the powerful force within you. You are meant to create blessings with your magic. They're calling to you. Group 4, why are you doing this to yourself? Why are you hurting yourself? Why are you harming yourself? Why are you undermining yourself? Come back to me. Come to me. Come to this light that I bring into your life. They want to help you. Ooh, white stag doesn't show up for just everybody. There's a special purpose in you, and they know it. Keepers of the earth. What does this say? Your best friend is nature. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. This person that's thinking of you, I wonder if it's an ancestor. I wonder if you ask the cards, do they still think of me? Do they still love me? Do they still care about me? And this person is deceased, or you don't see them a lot. Oh, yes, they do. And they not only think about you, they are around you every single day protecting you. And they show up in animals. They come to you through nature. They have been communicating to you. They're contacting you through nature all the time. Please start being more aware of the animals that cross your path and stop to look at you or call out to you. There is animals, they are working through spirits to get to you. They are working through animal messengers to get to you. They want to talk to you and let you know you are protected. You are loved. I am your protector. I am never going to leave your side. I am here to always make sure that you are strong and you are loved and you know it. They will never, ever, ever, ever leave you. Yes, they are here. They are present right now, and they are calling out to you. Nature is your best friend. Return to nature. Feet in the ground, ground yourself. Get yourself by a tree and meditate. They will talk to you. They will speak to you. They have not gone anywhere spiritually. Physically, they may have gone somewhere, but spiritually, oh no, they are around you at all times, wanting to protect you. Or this is a person in your life that is trying to break through to you, praying for you every single day, asking the angels, casting spells, putting angels out there to protect you, because they fucking love you. People don't use that kind of energy from themselves unless it's really important. Oh, shoot. Oh, wow. So we have the Queen of Wands upright. We have the Star card in reverse, which is delusion. We have Death upright. Yeah, upright. So this is transformative energy. And we have the Hermit in reverse. The space that's separating the two of you is an illusion. There is no distance between the two of you. It's a lie, it's a trick. The Hermit in reverse is a manipulator. There's something that's trying to keep you apart. The way things look on the outside, the way things seem, the easier solution. It could actually even be a person that's trying to keep the two of you apart. Somebody that's attractive, somebody that's sexy, somebody that's easier to get to is standing in between the two of you, or they feel that this person is standing in between the two of you, getting in your way and making you believe things that are not true. They know that you believe things that are not true. They understand that you've accepted certain things in your head that is a lie. And they are trying to constantly reach out to you to show you, get that shit out of your head. You're being lied to. You're being misled. You're being led astray. You're being led down a path that is dangerous. Don't believe these delusions. Don't believe these. They're trying to scream at you. God, please stop walking this path. Please come back. Please stop walking this path. And I didn't even see this card. You're caught between two different, this is the truth. This is love. This is abundance. This is healing. Somebody who is trying to heal, somebody who has a lot of passion for you, somebody who will do anything in the world for you, to protect you, to stick up for you, and cut through all these delusions. All these fucking delusions that are being put in your way. Somebody has been telling you lies. And this mother energy, this Queen of Cups energy, this I love you unconditionally, I'm always here for you. I feel like in some ways you've chosen somebody who is sexier or is more appealing, or you're going down a route of shallowness and focusing too much on the 3D, losing your soul, losing your spirit. And they're trying to bring you back. Constantly sending you messages and warnings. Please stop. Please stop. I mean, they're really literally just trying to protect you. Yep. Oh my God. They see that the people that you've gotten yourself involved with are leading you down a wrong path. They see it. They're like, this is it. This is the message they're screaming out to you. Do you see? You're hanging out with all these fucking people. Meanwhile, people are robbing you blind. You better watch out. This is almost like a siren's call. You know, what are the people that you're hanging out with? Like, look at the sleight of hand behind you. Like, the people that you're hanging out with, are they protecting you? Look at this bitch over here. She's over there snooping. She's over there seeing something. Watching as it all happens. Seeing, oh, like, can't you see? You're being robbed blind. You're going to be left with nothing. Look at this. You're being robbed. You're being taken advantage of. And they know it. But it's like you're too invested in what you're doing right now to see that it's harming you. See, she still got her clothes. She kept herself out of trouble. They know you need help. They want to help you. But first, they really are trying to break through to you and see that you recognize that you need the help. You're indulging. Gluttony, partying, probably drugs and alcohol, just overindulging. Lost in, like I said, lost in the superfluous, lost in physical pleasures. Lost in getting lost and escapism, overdoing it. They see that you're overdoing things. And you're just having a grand old time. Right? There's celebration, there's party, there's laughter. It's not that they don't want bountifulness in your life. They want you to prosper. But while you're at the party, somebody's robbing you blind. And they're trying to send you these messages, especially if this is somebody who is past, who is not on this earth anymore. It's so hard for them to find a way to, oh my God, just come through to you. They're talking through animals. They're talking through nature. They're talking through spirit guides. They're screaming at the top of their lungs to warn you. You're sitting there at the table, sucking down all this deliciousness, thinking like you got it made because you're so focused on the tangible, on the material. You don't see that you're causing yourself a great deal of danger. That's when the bad people slip in. That's when the badness in general slips in and takes over. You felt this. I know you have. You felt the warnings coming through. Maybe in some ways you've even felt shame. Because you know if this person was still here in your life, they would be unhappy with you. So why behave this way now? Why do this to yourself? Embarrassed? Failure? They see you falling. They know that you're embarrassed. They see your pride building. You have to understand that they're going to love you unconditionally, literally no matter what. I mean, like this person has got so much love for you. There's absolutely nothing that you could do to make them not love you. But they can see the fall. They can see it's about to happen. Embarrassment. Maybe even just feeling ignored, wanting so badly to get attention. But I feel like this is like, maybe they even, I'm getting so many messages. Maybe they even started out down this path with you. You know, and they feel responsible because they led you into this. They led you into this group or this way of living, and they see how it's gotten out of hand for you. They get it and you don't. And they're worried. And they feel like, in some ways, they're losing ground. Like you're not going to listen to them. Which is worrying them even more. This is scorpionic energy. It's the second time you've gotten scorpionic energy of rising and falling and transforming. And it's a butterfly energy. So more than anything, group 4, this is telling me that this is somebody that you've lost. A loved one, and that's why you felt called to this pile. Because it was somebody from beyond the veil who you miss incredibly. Drawn maybe because they were always attached to or wearing tiger's eye, or you knew that tiger's eye represented them somehow. It was pulling you and calling you. This person loves you like crazy. Because butterflies are the carriers of our deceased relatives. They fly them to you. When you see a butterfly, and I bet you've been seeing a lot of butterflies. And that's because this person who loves you so much, and I bet you it was a mother or a grandmother, something maternal, because you have 2 fucking queens. You have 2 queens that are standing guard, trying to keep you away from self-destruction. Because this is, the star card in reverse is delusion, lies, failing to see the truth, failing to see that there's danger ahead. Because this is the death card. This is also transformation, trying to cut away at those delusions and help you to see that you are on the wrong path, that you are being tricked by somebody. You know, this is a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo. This is a strong, powerful, beautiful, protective woman who is trying to reach you and connect with you. Bring you back to the earth, bring you back to prayer, bring you back to the family, bring you back to family traditions, bring you back home. They want you back home. They want you where they can love you and they know that you're safe. They see how far you've gone from home. Home is where the heart is. Home is where you draw your power from, but you're losing your power. Your power is being stolen. They see that they're trying to tell you you're being taken advantage of. And it's happening right under your nose because you're being distracted. This is sleight of hand. Oh, you think this person loves you? You think this person is giving you all these gifts and they're treating you so well? Watch out for their fist in your face. They can see that something's happening here that is just not right. It's not right. It's upside down. It's backwards. And yet, oh my God, I can feel their frustration, but also their love for you. They're a beautiful person. Maybe the matriarch or patriarch, if you will, of your family. They live in you. See, the stag sets an example. He is the connection to the next generation. It's your responsibility to set an example for the next generation. They're not here anymore to do it. So it has to be you. They are calling you to lead. Be an example. But right now, you're letting the guard down. Maybe even putting the rest of the family at risk because you're inviting in these people that would harm the family or harm you or harm your family. Protect. They're trying like that. You're literally letting in this kind of demographic that would harm you. They don't want them anywhere near you. They don't want them anywhere near the family. They want them the fuck out. And every fucking time this person comes around, I swear to God, lights blink, lights flash, you see a butterfly, you hear tapping, the radio starts to go wonky because they need to reach you and say, You need to leave now. I'm not here anymore. I'm not here. Who's going to protect the family? You're letting all this in. Please, please don't do it. This light in the dark. Remember that scene from Harry Potter? Not when the stag came when all the fucking Dementors were descending and about to kill Sirius. It's like a Patronus coming to protect you in your darkest hour. And so if you have felt alone, there is a light that's coming from inside of you, and that light is your connection to them. They are burning brightly inside of you. They still love you. They talk to you. They are here for you. They want to protect you. Oh my God. I mean, I never expected anything like that. I love you guys. And I pray for you. Believe the signs. That's all I can say. Leave the comments below because I'd love to share in your experiences. Thank you so much for coming on this journey with me.